Okay? Eddie, I want him. He's cool. He's cool. I got him. Okay?
He will know he's been in a fight. He'll go home sore and broken. He'll know he's been in a fight.
Are you willing to agree to that rehydration clause?
Like,
No?
he ain't making excuses already. If you want to come up with the big boys, come up with the big boys.
So how does the fight happen? Because he's too small otherwise.
Well, then that's down to him. But don't be talking in the ring and then want to come up with something.
Thank you, Conor.
Thank you. And Shakur, Wembley, locked in. Be ready. You want the rehydration clause? You gotta pay. Yeah? I still smash your first fight down at 147 in 3 years. I'll still give it to you.
Teofimo Lopez fires back at judges and Shakur after hospital release. He claims the fight was unfair, insisting his body shots were effective and key moments were ignored. From
Don't scare me. I'm not scared of you. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Really, I keep talking. Let's make it happen. Okay? Eddie, I want him. He's cool.
his hospital bed, Lopez painted a picture of injustice, calling out Shakur's tactics and accusing officials of robbery. Fans are buzzing over his fiery allegations and emotional statements.
Great fighter, phenomenal fighter. Boring, but he's a future pound for pound great, you know what I mean? He's a good fighter, but boring.
Were you surprised at all that the cards were what they were and that it was
I was surprised. He made the fight look as easy as he did. Very surprised. Credit to him.
What do you think about his call out, Conor?
I can get it. You think I'm worried? Yeah, he will know he's been in a fight. He'll go home sore and broken. He'll know he's been in a fight.
Are you willing to agree to that rehydration clause?
Like,
No?
he ain't making excuses already. If you want to come up with the big boys, come up with the big boys.
So how does the fight happen? Because he's too small otherwise.
Well, then that's down to him. But don't be talking in the ring and then want to come up with something.
Thank you, Conor.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. didn't hold back, going straight for the jugular. He accused the referee of bias and claimed there's hate in boxing against his son. He insisted officials ignored the punishment Teofimo was.
I'm into big fights. I like big fights. I like big money fights. I like proving that I'm the best, and I like doing things that people say I can't do. There's a lot of people that will say that I'm too little for Conor Benn, and I can't do it. So it makes for a tremendous fight. It's gonna be a good beef. I like the beef. I like the story behind it, and it's a tremendous fight.
Just wanted to follow up on the Conor Benn conversation. I saw him after the fight, and I just asked him. I said, "Hey, would you agree to that rehydration clause?" And he said, "F no." So my question for you is, how does that fight get made then?
If he's not going to agree, then we probably don't fight. So he's just wasting time. We'll see. But I'm a businessman at the end of the day, and like I said, he did a rehydration clause with Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank was in the ring half dead. Why can't he do this?
Landing, stating his son hurt Shakur and deserved more respect. Fans are fired up, seeing this as a raw father defending his fighter and calling a robbery.
It's gonna be a good beef. I like the beef. I like the story behind it, and it's a tremendous fight.
Excuse me. Yeah. Shakur, Kevin Garcia. I just wanted to follow up on the Conor Benn conversation. I saw him after the fight, and I just asked him. I said, "Hey, would you agree to that rehydration clause?" And he said, "F no." So my question for you is, how does that fight get made then?
If he's not going to agree, then we probably don't fight. So he's just wasting time. We'll see. But I'm a businessman at the end of the day, and like I said, he did a rehydration clause with Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank was in the ring half dead. Why can't he do the same thing?
And he's a great fighter, you know, and he's a future pound for pounder. But ultimately, he's boring as fuck. I mean, oh my gosh, boring. But he's a great fighter. Depends what you like to watch. I like entertainment. I like value for money.
Did you not think, though, it was a dominant performance? That in turn...
It should be dominant, but that means it was exciting or entertaining.
So is that not a fight that you would want? Because I know you want
We can do it next, no problem. If he wants it next, he can have it. He ain't going to call me out. You know, I'm here in his home city, do you know what I mean?
Why are you levels above, in your opinion, then, Shakur?
It's not even levels above. He's a smaller man and I'd use that to my advantage. I'm too explosive and I punch a lot harder.
Look, earlier I saw you with Rolly Romero. It got a bit heated in front of me. What happened there?
not quite sure. I'm not quite sure, but I'm just on smoke.
Is that the fight you want next then?
And listen, all of them can get it. I'll come over here and fight them all over here.
You said yesterday that that was the fight that you wanted to make, and on the red carpet you were saying to him, let's make
Listen,
it now.
I believe Ryan Garcia's a fight to make, but if that fight don't materialise, well, listen, I ain't short of options.
Eddie Hearn calls out the circus around Teofimo Lopez Sr., pointing out how out of control his claims have become. While Lopez Sr. fires wild accusations, Hearn's reaction
was fully confident he'd win the fight. I didn't think he'd win it as widely as that. It made him look average in there. And that's because Shakur is so good, his IQ is so good, his footwork is so good. I actually think he could have stopped here, but didn't need to. It was so easy. He's a 4-division world champion at 28 years of age. Phenomenal. I think sometimes people think that you know, Teo can do a little bit more, but like every time he tried to, he was just getting countered, peppered, and yeah, it was phenomenal to watch. I still dream of Conor Benn winning a world title. We also squared off with Rolly Romero tonight. There's another potential fight. His Excellency talked about a Ryan Garcia fight in September. Shakur's, you know, these guys are DMing each other saying let's fight. So we'll see. The plans are well and truly underway for Conor, and hopefully we can get that fight locked in for May. Conor, like, as soon as he heard his name, he was straight in there. So that's what you get from me. As I always say, it's on site with Conor Benn, and looking forward to getting his next fight.
Exposes the absurdity, noting nothing supports these allegations. It's clear the Lopez camp is grasping at excuses, turning post-fight frustration into embarrassment and drawing attention to their failure.
Shakur Stevenson, what did you make of his performance this evening?
BTA. Easy work, man. My brother did his thing. I'm proud of him.
Look, people did have him as the favourite going in, but he dominated that fight in emphatic.
I texted him that last night. I said, going in, just dominate him. And that's exactly what he did. You know, he shout out to Shakur. You know, he did his thing, and I'm proud of him.
There's a lot of talk about him in the pound-for-pound list. Where does that put him now?
One of the greats. Future great for sure. Future legend.
Last one for you. We saw Conor Benn get in the ring. They had a bit of a heated
That's going to be a good
there.
one, man. They got to do that in London.
Is that a fight you want to see, though?
Hell yeah. Conor Benn is my brother, too, man. So that'll be a goodie right there, you know?
Who's going to win that fight, then?
I don't know. No comment. Those are my brothers, man. They're going to make a lot of money, that's for sure.
Duke McKenzie didn't hold back, completely dismantling Teofimo's post-fight claims. Calling it pathetic, he reminded everyone Teofimo is far from elite level, clearly out of his depth against Shakur Stevenson. Every allegation about cheating falls flat when you see the skill gap. This wasn't a robbery, it was a masterclass. Teofimo's excuses highlight how badly he was outmatched.
Or what weight would you like to see Shakur campaign up moving forward? He's flirted with going back to 135. The Conor Benn fight's been talked about a lot tonight.
Unfinished business at 135, and you know, the 130 Conor Benn and all that. Those things is things that he wants. See, the one thing is Shakur will take on any task. He don't like a challenge. He loves a challenge. So anybody challenge him, he can get it. You're lucky he didn't have to fight Anthony Joshua. He didn't challenge.
Conor Benn, it sounds like, you know, the guy went after it a little bit, which is great, right? I mean, it kind of builds up something, but that's another weight class, right? Another 7 pounds.
It's another weight class, but, you know, when I seen Conor Benn, you know, just now, you know, he came up there with the aspect like he's a really big guy, but he's not a really big guy, you know, so I don't want to think he got so much power and he's so strong, you know. He's not no killer. You see him? Seem like a killer to you?
Chael Sonnen breaks down Teofimo's performance with brutal honesty. He describes how Lopez spent most of the fight running, creating distance, then hesitating to engage, wary of Shakur's counters. Once forced into exchanges, Teofimo was reactive. Sonnen's analysis exposes the truth. This wasn't about judges, it was about being outclassed by a sharper, smarter fighter.
Conor Benn versus Shakur, something you would like to...
They DM each other like every other day about it. They go back and forward, back and forward. Conor Benn will fight anybody. You know, I think what Shakur proved tonight is that he is just a generational talent. I mean, he made an elite fighter look very, very average tonight, and to be a 4-division champion at 28 years of age is unbelievable. And the way that he's doing it, he's not even coming out of first gear. So Conor Benn would have a massive challenge on his hands, but he's up for anything. I want to see Conor Benn win a world title. He also faced off with Rolly Romero tonight, which is a great fight in the welterweight division. So Conor Benn will fight anybody. I have no fear of that.
Eddie in the back, Kevin Garcia. Just a follow-up question on the Conor Benn thing. One, do you think that, I know you just said it'd be a massive challenge for Conor, but is it a bridge too far? You know, going to 147?
Well, I think that's the only way Shakur's going to get beat. Like, you know, on a level playing field.
AOL highlights the harsh reality for Teofimo Lopez. Shakur Stevenson didn't just win, he dominated. Teofimo's strength meant nothing as Stevenson bullied him on both front and back foot, punishing every misstep. Each time Teofimo...
It's very difficult for Shakur to get beaten by anybody, because a level playing field probably for him is 135. I actually thought he looked quite powerful at 140. I actually thought he could have stopped Teofimo Lopez if he'd have maybe put his foot on the gas. Didn't need to, but I thought his punches looked solid in there tonight. I thought he looked like he had the heavier hands of the two. So, but Conor Benn can crack at 147, and he's a big 147. So, you know, what he's lacking in probably a little bit of experience at world level, he's making up for in size.
Here's my follow-up question. I asked Conor after he got out the ring, you know, would he take that fight on with the rehydration clause? He said no. He said F no, to be exact. How does that fight get made then? Ever?
I mean, it's up to Shakur, you know. I mean, look, I think that it's a kind of like a fantasy matchup. I don't think Shakur necessarily has plans to move to 147. You can speak to him about that soon. But, you know, when people talk about the rehydration clause, people say, well, Eubank had a rehydration clause. Conor moved up 2 weight divisions to fight Eubank. And ultimately, you get what you negotiate. So that's what we agreed to. It's up to Conor Benn whether he does the same, but he would only be, you know, he'd be coming down to his natural weight. So, and Shakur now would be coming up 1 division.
Last question, do you want to see that fight?
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's just a tough fight. Like, you know, like I said, Conor has the size advantage, he could really punch, and I think he's live against anybody, but, you know, Shakur has great experience, and I would like to see Conor Benn fight for a world title. At 147, and I think those fights, I think Conor's going to get better.
The punches and single shots were just beautiful from Shakur Stevenson. The breakdown shows how Teofimo struggled to get into position, stifled by Shakur's jab, unable to cut the ring, and repeatedly stepping into danger. Every move Lopez made played into Stevenson's hands. Instead of adjusting, he fell into predictable patterns, making it easy for Shakur.
Then I'll come back down and fight you at 147 in November.
November, yeah.
Done.
Done.
I'll fight you at 147.
I'm down.
I'll fight you at 147. No. I don't hear no excuses. I don't hear no excuses.
After I beat you, just tell me I'm great.
But you ain't great. Like, listen, you know what?
No. After I beat you. I'm not
gonna check. I watched the fight. Your IQ's phenomenal.
Appreciate you.
Phenomenal.
Appreciate you.
You're not that good. You're not that good looking though.
Appreciate you.
So you can't take that one.
Okay.
But I will battle you at 147. I will battle you.
So we're gonna make the fight happen.
Let's
at
make it happen.
147. After I beat you, are you gonna tell me I'm great?
No, I'm not gonna tell you you're great.
Why?
Because
if I beat you, I move up 2 weight classes to beat you.
If you beat me, I will. You know what? I'll tell you you're great.
And if you beat me, I'll tell you great.
All right, done.
But you're not beating me.
As far as stipulations go, that's a pretty simple one.
That's it.
All he wants is.
All I want is your respect. That's all.
Oh, you have my respect anyway.
Yeah. You got my respect too, bro. You're a hell of a fighter, bro.
But listen, you come up to 147. That's where I'm at my most dangerous.
That don't scare me.
It shouldn't scare you. You're a fighter. If it did scare you, I'd be very worried.
I got a question for you.
But I see you coming in with your glasses on, so you don't want to look me in the eye.
Excuse me, brother. I like how you said that. Excuse me, brother.
Excuse me, brother.
The analysis breaks down how Teofimo struggled to even get into position. Stifled by Shakur's jab, unable to cut the ring, and repeatedly stepping into danger, every move Lopez made played right into Stevenson's hands. Instead of adjusting, he fell into predictable patterns. This wasn't about bias, it was a complete tactical dismantling.
What's the
question? I got a question. How many amateur fights you had?
22, 23.
When did you start boxing?
17.
17 years old. You're cooked. You're cooked.
Because of?
You start boxing at what age?
17.
You're cooked.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It's cooked. What's cooked mean?
Meaning like you're in trouble.
You're cooked.
Of what?
Of me.
Of you.
Why
Of taking the
say
piss.
that? Why is the 17 the indication that
I started boxing when I was 5 years old. I'm in this game. I've been in this game for 23 years. How many years you been in this?
It doesn't matter. We can do it.
You can't beat me.
That's fine.
You can't beat me.
That's fine. I love a challenge. He's making me want to get up now and cheat. You're making me want to get up now and have a fight. No, but you're making me get up now and want to have a fight.
You're not going to do that though, champ.
Well, I know, but I know right now if we was to handle it, I'd handle it.
Bro, that's your opinion. You're supposed to have your opinion.
Yeah, that's good.
But look, we're boxers. We're boxers. So
fighters, yeah.
let's keep it boxing.
You're a boxer, I'm a fighter.
Come in and fight me, and I'm going to box your head off.
You do that, and I'll come there and take your head off.
And I'm going to box your head off.
Do your best.
147, let's make the fight.
This sums up Shakur Stevenson's performance perfectly. He looked powerful, precise, and in total command. Every aspect, hard-hitting punches, pinpoint jab, flawless footwork, impeccable timing, and top fitness, was on display. This wasn't just a win, it was a demonstration of what makes Stevenson a complete fighter, leaving no room for excuses.
Let's just say a record attendance here at MHD.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Tonight, and a lot of those fans coming out for yourself. Proud that you've been able to do that as a New Yorker yourself.
Yeah, I'm actually grateful. I'm grateful for it. You know, it's definitely something that was a dream of mine, and we accomplished that. We didn't get the win that we wanted to tonight, but you know, no matter what, we did something more than anything. We brought everybody out here to watch and witness just a greatness. Yeah, really greatness.
When I saw you walking through the corridor, I said, "How are you?" And you said, "Hey, I've got to take my losses like I take my wins."
Yeah.
Obviously, you have been in this position before, but you seem like a man who, obviously, a little bit deflated, but understanding that that's
what you
part
talking
of life
about.
and it's part
What
of
you talking about, Willis? What you talking about?
Rubbish.
No, honestly, look, I look at it like this. It's a prime example. When life comes at you, it'll come at you in many ways, and you gotta treat it like a champ. That's it. You gotta treat it like a champ. Tell yourself, it's okay. I learned from it, and I treat it like a champ.
Daniel Jacobs delivers a blunt reality check for Teofimo Lopez. Sometimes talent and preparation outweigh heart. Advising him to go all out, Jacobs highlights that facing a superior boxer like Shakur requires precision, timing, and adaptability. Teofimo's inability to match Stevenson's skill exposes the gap between perception and reality, leaving his allegations hollow.
What's up, man? How you doing,
Your
man?
thoughts on tonight?
Just grateful to be here, man. That's all.
You put on a performance tonight and unfortunately came up short, but what was it that
it's
surprised you about Shakur Stevenson?
Nothing at all, man. Just didn't come with the right plan. That's all. Better man won tonight. Good fan.
Do you feel like you'd like to run it back at some point with Shakur? I know you're someone that always wants to, like that time Kambosos beat you want to do it straight away, right?
We'll see what happens next, man. I'm gonna let my team do the work on that.
Teofimo, appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Clarissa Shields praises Shakur Stevenson's tactical brilliance, noting his mix of athleticism and effective strategy. The jab to the body and precise single shots dominated Teofimo Lopez, even drawing blood, demonstrating clinical efficiency. Shields underlines the difference. Teofimo's complaints are irrelevant when the superior fighter controls every moment.
Better leave that alone.
What did you think of Shakur's performance
He did what he had to do, man. You know, there's always room for improvement. You know, I think he had a lot of stuff he could have did, but he's so talented and gifted, man. You know, you also got to trust what he's seeing in there. You know, we're on the outside, you know. But I think he put on a tremendous performance, and obviously, you know, the level he's at, you always look for things he could do better, you know.
What did you see from the outside that he made?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, like I think it was a lot of body work and stuff like that he could have touched on, but again, he's in there, you know, so he's seeing stuff, he's feeling the punches. We not, so you got to trust what he's seeing.
Teofimo just couldn't get going.
He put on well, he tried to get going, he just wasn't allowed to. So it's just the distance and range that Shakur has just perfected throughout the years, and then making him pay when he does that discourages him to not want to punch anymore. And I think he was out of answers in the first round. Honestly, I think he didn't really have any answers. When Teo starts doing little certain things with his hands and starts playing the clown game, he out of answers. He's down to just one shot. So Shakur just stayed focused, stayed locked in. And, you know, was at 4 divisions now? 26, 30, 35. 40.
Daniel Jacobs delivers a blunt reality check for Teofimo Lopez. Sometimes talent and preparation outweigh heart. Advising him to put it all on the line, Jacobs highlights that facing a superior boxer like Shakur requires precision, timing, and adaptability. Teofimo's inability to match Stevenson's skill exposes the gap, leaving his post-fight allegations looking hollow.
He was the one talking,
He wants a
not
rehydration
me.
clause.
But, yeah, well, he can, you know what, I'm going to keep it PG today, but he can go himself.
Yeah.
And if he wants a rehydration clause, pay me 20 million, I might consider it.
Yeah.
20 million, that's the number. But I'll happily give him a beating for free as well. So it's like a bit of a, like I'll do it for free, but then also, yeah, if you want a rehydration clause, do it for 20 mil.
Yeah.
You ain't calling no